Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are making these sweet mini cookies. These are called mochi cookies and they look super cute when you serve them. Kids love them because to them it's some kind of animal that they are eating. The filling inside is called mochi filling and it's very stretchy and gooey. And the cookie on top and bottom is very easy to make and I'll show you everything step by step. If you are ready, we can get started. First of all, I want to make my cookie dough. For that, I have some unsalted butter here, and you want to make sure that your butter is at room temperature. That's very important for baking. Now, to this butter, I'm adding some flour. This is just regular plain flour, and all you want to do is mix these two ingredients together. I'm using a spatula, but you can also use your hand to crumble butter and flour together. Once they are mixed, you want to add in your condensed milk to give this cookie some sweetness. I'm not going to use any sugar. Condensed milk will give it the slight sweetness that we need. Once the dough comes to this form, you want to transfer it to a working surface. Now you can use your hand to do the final job with the dough. It's very sticky, but it should still be manageable to work with your hand. All you want to do is roll it to a ball and then you want to take it in a bowl and cover it with a cling film. And I like to put it in the refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes. After 10 minutes chilling, you want to put it inside a cling film and then you want to roll it. Now, if you try to roll it without putting it inside a cling film or parchment paper, it's going to be very sticky, very messy, and it's just not manageable. So I like to do it this way. Now, using a rolling pin, all you want to do is to make it flat. And you want to make it quarter of an inch thick because that's the thickness of the biscuits we want. Once you are done with rolling it, take the cling film out, remove it from the surface. And now you want to take a shaper. I'm doing some round cookies, so I have taken a round cookie cutter. And for the dough I have prepared today, it's going to give me 12 cookies, which will make six figures for me. Once the shaping is done, you want to take your baking tray and put a parchment paper. Now you want to line in all the circles that you have made. And these cookies won't rise much and they don't spread at all. So you don't need to put much space in between. Now with the rest of the dough, I want to do something else. So I'm putting some cocoa powder here because I want to do it a different color. And if you put some cocoa powder, that will give it a brown or black sort of color. So you want to mix it in and then form a ball again. And now you want to take just a little bit from the dough, roll it with your hands. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to give it some ear shape. Okay, so that's one done. And now just repeat it with the rest of them. And it's going to give me around 12 ears. Once the ears are done, pop them on the same baking tray and now they are going in the oven to bake for just 6 minutes. Okay, the cookies will be ready in no time. I'm going to prepare the filling now. For that, in a pan, I'm adding some cornstarch, some glutinous rice flour, some sugar, and finally, I'm going to add some milk. Now you want to put all these ingredients in the pan, give it a good stir because some of the ingredients here are binding agent which has a tendency to lump. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing everything, breaking the lump, and once that's done, then I put the pan in the stove. Now you want to stir it. You want to stir it continuously because, as I said, these are binding agents, thickening agents, and they have a tendency to lump up very quickly. Once your mixture comes to a dough form like this, you want to remove it from the heat and my cookies are done on the other side. So now I'm putting it on a bowl, and you want to keep it there until the dough cools down. After it cools down, you want to pop it in the fridge for 10 minutes. Okay, now that everything is ready, I want to assemble the cookies. For that, I have taken a board. This is my working surface. And to that, I'm applying some cornstarch and also to my hands. It's going to be very sticky, the dough. So you want to make sure you have enough cornstarch everywhere in your hands and on your working surface. Okay, prepping is done. Now you want to take this dough, which is very, very sticky. But once you put it on the cornstarch and coat it with that, it's going to be much more manageable. Okay, now you want to roll this mixture into cornstarch. Make sure all the sides are done. And you can do it with hand. You can use a spatula or something to move it. But if it sticks to your hands, it's going to get sticky. So there is a lot of hand washing in the middle. Okay, now it's time to portion them. The amount of filling I have will give me 6 portion, which is just the right amount for my cookies. So I'm dividing them into six, and later on I'm gonna work with them. So I have cookies for 6 figures and the filling for 6 figures. Okay, now I have 6 portions, and before you do anything, you want to sprinkle some more cornstarch on the surface, and then just with light hand, you want to roll these balls. Now, cornstarch is going to help us to roll them into any shape we like. But once you have your shape, you want to make sure that you just shake off excess flour from it. Now, the circle is done, and you want to repeat it with the rest of them. Now it's time to assemble them. And for that, I'm taking a plate, and remember the cookies we made before. I'm taking two of them. One will go in the bottom and one will go on the top. So first you place them, and then you put one of the fillings inside. Okay. And then using a toothpick, you want to make 2 holes. You can use a toothpick, a spoon, or anything that helps you to make holes. Now the ear shapes that we made, I'm gonna put it on both the sides. These cookies look so lovely when you serve it to guests or kids. They just love seeing them and eating them. These are not very sweet. These are just lightly sweetened, which is perfect for kids. Anyways, I'm making the eyes and nose using some edible food coloring pen. If you don't have it on hand, you can use some honey and black sesame seeds. Now, one of the figure is done and they look really cute. I'm not an artist, so I tried my best to make the shapes and the eyes and nose. But if you have played with Play-Doh or you like doing these things, then probably you'll make nicer ones than what I have done. That's all for the tutorial. I really hope you like the recipe. If you find it useful or entertaining, please give me some feedback, and a thumbs up will be really appreciated. Take care, everyone, and bye for today.